What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another terrifyingly tragic, terrific, terrible video on my Tragic Trombone channel. Guys, forgive me for the gun show. You know, it's just, I'm wearing a muscle shirt. I almost never wear these kinds of shirts, but man, oh man, it has just been way too hot lately, way too humid for me to even film in my apartment. By the way, I am actually moving to a new apartment next month. But yeah, so this will be like one of the last videos you see in this apartment. I'm super excited because there's no central cooling in this apartment. There's actually no air conditioning, period. Literally, I am surviving with this fan. Yeah, and it's not enough, man. Anyways, you guys didn't come here for that, okay? So without further ado, welcome back to another scary story. Let's begin. The prank that went horribly wrong. I asked my dad whether he had any creepy stories from work to share with me. It occurred to me that, although he served almost his entire life as a prison's correctional officer, I didn't really hear him talk about work that much. Perhaps it was because Mom didn't think that prison stories were suitable to be repeated around the house. Anyway, he waited for an afternoon when Mom was out with her friends. We popped out to the ice cream parlor near our apartment, and we huddled into one of those booths near the back. I had almost forgotten that I requested a scary story from my dad, but it seemed that he had not. Dad said that he hoped I could learn a thing or two from this story. Okay, well, hey, guys, that's what my channel is all about, okay? It's all about stories that teach you something, right? Something you can take away from the stories, right? That's what it's all about. Apparently, there were a bunch of close friends that graduated from a local high school. 5 guys formed the core group. 4 locals and 1 who was the child of immigrant parents. It was in the good old days when there were still enough jobs for everyone, so they all settled down relatively close to one another. They went to each other's weddings, celebrated their kids' birthdays together. Life was perfect, more or less. And that is when things took a turn. Well, I mean, we'll find out. The thing was, these guys were good friends for the longest time, and as old friends often do, they had a long history of playing pranks on each other. It had started when they were much younger, and the tradition had continued into their adulthood. Okay, well, they're adults and they're basically still playing pranks on each other. It's pretty much Jackass in real life. Most of the time, the pranks were pretty harmless, but they got more creative as time went on. One day, they got it into their heads to pull off the most elaborate prank thus far. It was the birthday of the friend whose parents were immigrants. The rest had been ribbing him about being an illegal alien for years now, and they thought that it would be funny if they took the prank to the next level. Aw, come on, man, like, immigrants have it bad enough already. Come on, you really gonna play a prank on the foreigner? At first this reminded me of Jackass, now this is starting to remind me of that 70s show, and I feel like the foreigner guy is Fez. Basically, they rented a white truck and bought fake cop uniforms. Their grand plan was to stage a fake immigration arrest for their friend. This was long before the heightened sensitivities of the current political and social climate, so no one really thought twice about how sensible such a prank was. Anyways, the execution part went smoothly enough. They turned up at their friend's house in full disguise, just as the sun was coming up, and then they banged on the door, demanded that their friend follow them to the station for questioning. The victim came out of the house in a fluster, and then they trussed him up, slipped a hood over his head, and carted him off in the van. They even blindfolded and gagged him for maximum effect. Holy crap, dude. That could actually, like, horrify somebody. To think that you're, you know, an illegal immigrant or whatever, and you face the possibility of getting deported, and then you have to face your worst fear, dude, that's a little too much, don't you guys think? The prank ran its course for over an hour. It was just them driving around in circles around town while their victim sat in the back of the van. By that time, the poor guy was apparently peeing himself out of fear. His friends cut the act at that point. They set their friend loose, and then high-fived, congratulated each other for the best prank in their lives. Unfortunately, they expected their friend to be stunned, or angry, or just flat-out relieved. But instead, he was breaking down, crying, and begging them to drive home as soon as they could. As it turns out, the victim's wife, who was also from out of the country, didn't have all the requisite immigration papers. When the bunch of them rolled up to the house declaring that they were from the authorities, the victim told the wife to flee with their toddler son. The contingency plan was for her to hide in the nearby woods and to return only when the coast was clear. And you've probably guessed it by now. They never found the wife or the toddler. Oh my god. I knew it. I knew something was gonna go wrong like this. I knew it was a bad idea. Even the people on Jackass wouldn't pull a prank this bad. Okay, I take that back. That is, they did find traces of them. Footprints, food wrappers, the cap to a pacifier for the toddler, just a trail of debris which eventually ended in the middle of the woods, right before a stream. The town carried out one of the largest search and rescue operations ever attempted, and emergency personnel from out of town came to help as well. 2 weeks of searching later, the authorities finally gave up. Oh my lord, dude, what? I knew something like this was gonna happen. But where did they go? Like, what happened? Did they jumped in the stream and drowned or what? Or just got washed down river? Dad said that the 4 friends were all in lockup while the authorities were deciding exactly what charge to stick to them. He was tempted to talk to them, find out if the papers had missed out on any of the details, but he simply couldn't bring himself to approach them. They were wrecks, every single one of them. They eventually did some time for impersonating the cops, and once they got out, they split up. One of them moved out of town, but the rest stayed. Didn't matter though. Within 2 years, they had all passed on from ODs or suicides. As for the victim, he disappeared right after the search and rescue ended, and for a while, there was a rumor going around that he had headed right into the woods to carry on searching for his wife and kid, but no one knows for sure. I'm still not sure what lesson my dad wanted me to learn from all that, but there you go. That's my scary story. Oh my goodness! That's not scary, that's just, that is just funked up. Guys, by the way, I know that was a long story without using the bathroom, so if you need to use the bathroom is over there. I'm just kidding, guys, I know. I'm not trying to give you guys a gun show. I just figured, you know, I'm wearing a muscle shirt for the first time ever. I might as well give you a little show you off that I've been working out, show you that I actually have muscles. I'm not just a skinny little twig. Yes, guys, I do go to the gym, okay? I go like 2 to 3 times a week, okay? So, funk you to anyone who doesn't believe. Anyways, so let me know what you guys thought of that story down below in the comments. I'm curious to know what you guys think, and dang, I'm at a loss for words. I don't think we really learned anything from this story except don't freaking play serious pranks like this that are really tethered to somebody's personal life. You know, like your worst fear or something that you're absolutely afraid of. That's something that I feel like pranks shouldn't, you know, delve into. I don't know. I just feel bad for the guy and the family. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think though, and let me know if you want more scary stories like this, and if you do, I will be sure to do more. I really want to bring back the scary stories for you guys and make it like at least a weekly thing. But if I do bring back the scary stories, I'm gonna need your guys' support, okay? I really enjoy doing the scary stories with Junji Ito and the scary stories on webtoons, but you know, the reason I stopped doing that, as I've said so many times before, but you guys keep asking, is because there's only so many of those stories out there. There's only so many of those stories written. But by doing it with my format now, I can literally take any story that you guys send to me or an interesting story that I find online, and I can have that illustrated and basically give you the same kind of content that, you know, you guys originally signed on for. So if you guys enjoy what I do and you really want to see more scary stories, you know, these are the kind I'm making now, and if that's okay with you, then please leave a like. Let me know down below in the comments that you want to see more, because I don't think I'm really going to be making any more Junji Ito stories because, you know, the man's only written so many works. Eventually, we're going to run out. And as a creator, you know, I think about that stuff. Anyways, with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, we will see you guys in the next video. Good night. Max? He's a good boy, huh? He's a good boy. Sit down. Sit. Good boy. Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to the vlog. As you can see, I am here in some fine outdoor seating with Max. Max, say hi. Give me paw. Okay, whoa, calm thyself. Sit down. Sit. We're working on that. Anyways, I ordered some fried chicken, and you know, I just wanted to go outside and take Max with me because I feel bad just leaving him at home all the time. So he's having a blast. He's having a good time, right, buddy? Right? Give me paw. That's a good boy. Okay, now sit your butt down. Good boy. Good boy. All right, I'll update you guys once the food has arrived. Max, you did such a good job eating your food, huh? Stop, stop, stop.